That's nice. Hello. Well, here going through a lot of pressure. There is year 2023 on Tuesday with the week of the fourth week of the month. Every fourth week of the month, I talk about what is the scenario. The first week of the month, I talk about the vibration. The second week, I talk about what's inside. The third week is about what's the cover, the silhouette, the construct, the composition, the ego system of that entity of self, whatever is a person, nation, or culture, and or system of belief that is a construct, the constitution of how we think and are designed as a species, whatever is particular or universal, or both, because it has also responsibility towards only one part and is dealing with universal problems which affects us and help us at the same time. So the word of the week is traveling. Each week is just a word. This is like a game where we're going into a cast and we figure out what's our story, what part of this puzzle we're putting in this. I wouldn't call it multidimensional story in the pages of history, because it's not in that level at all. It is defining in the way with all its contradictions, investing in war, talking about peace, using. So sometimes you can use words can be as magic, because what is magic to others, but so it's not that you're a trickster, but if it's kind of like, of course I know the science, yeah, so it's cracking the truth from the darkness, right? It's coming to the light. But what we're gonna do with it, because there are just stories, and anyways, we do whatever we want. Yes, we do whatever we want. We have all the power in the world, and we're going to prove it. We're going to invest in it, and in the future, it will show that we had win over. And as usual, and always been, and is credited, it is legitimate, and all these people that have died, no matter if we die, are going to be our witness to prove that we are the chosen ones and the superiors. And we have won because we're better, not spiritually, or that we're more intelligent, or that we are more uniform, but we have the power of the law. And with the law, we have the power of the force. You like it or not. I'm not making anyone, but I have my role play set, yeah, that is to be delivered. So until if all the Republican countries can make their own United Nations, so then it's democratic, yes, and they can learn what is democracy by creating another party, not against the United Nations. Yeah, there will be called United Nations, no, Republic, United Republics. Right? There you go. You want to fuck it up? Keep fucking it up. Crack it out. Crack it out. Let it all come out. You want all these monsters to come out? Invest in weapons. Go ahead. Everybody knows, anyways. The leaders of this world already know this. The people know this. They don't know this, but they don't care. They will belong to their terrain and self identification, wherever they were brought from Africa or ended up there or immigrated there. And they're going to be like, man, I should have stayed in Mexico. Now we're having bombs here and there. God is punishing me because I left my country for money and desire. Instead of, people will think all kinds of crazy shit. So you want to listen to my crazy shit, or you want to bring just one affinity, only one affinity. Yes, where we can get together. Yeah. So the Chinese can make all these buildings like that, like United Nations in Switzerland, in New York, like that. United Nations changed. Republic or whatever, pumping kingdoms. Everyone is divided, everyone is conform as they are for their culture. They know their boundaries already, their limitations, thanks to all these wars. Now we have to look to the future. We can look to the past of the wars. Eventually, in the future, there won't be wars. Children won't study history, yeah, of wars and all this. They will just study the present history, because we have to invest a lot of energy and time thinking and action for the things that we need, and only. And then in the future, yes, in the future, I come from that future. Yeah, I'm living in that timeline. Call it however you want. Crazy, imagination, nature. Just think about it. Where you want to be in the future. Think about it. Yeah. And in the future, people are saying, whatever, you study history, nobody will care who was superior. They will, which is all trying to make a better world, because there's so much going on. They have to study, they have to get tools, they have to get money. They want their children to have more power, more dignity, more instruments, to go and make everything, improve it, and have more points and show it everywhere, and have inside and outside spiritually, not just because your government has imposed you this, but you chose that as well. Anyways, Christian countries should have religion mandatory in schools, Catholic. And if they don't like it, they can get out of the class by the parents' order and just do their homework and have their. Because what? There are neighborhoods where there are Black people, where there are Muslims, where there are Jews. So is well, then just have Jews, really your Jew religion, go to the Jew school. But you happen to live in that neighborhood, well, they're poor neighborhoods, right? But religion should be mandatory, whatever religion it is, really. Because I have seen people that have not been raised with any kind of spiritual decency to think is evil, is God, is human, is all these characters, yeah? But there is an entailing story that is driving us towards good with all the monsters we carry in our heads. Yeah, with all, oh yeah, and then we make the monsters greater with this paranoid trace. The monsters feeds from it. Woo! And there we go, and then towards the good, with our monsters, and monsters we want to slay them, and this is the hero. Okay, whatever. So we still turn that page out, yeah, where religion is a cause of good, whatever situation, science fiction, epic, you want yourself and your goods to not also destroy, to not spend people's energy on general waste, and move forward convincingly, strongly, and safe. So we can have more power of energy production, but also spiritually, and dancing and celebrating and understanding our animalistic capabilities, which are also of immense value. So in the future, they're going to say, for those few, oh, I didn't know as an adult, I didn't know these things happen in history. And another one, oh, history? You study history? Because most of the people, the average, yeah, including the Middletons, yeah, the Middletons can be in the low class, infiltrated in the high class, they will be always there. And you can see the traits if the mother was a Middleton, how it swings back and forth. Yeah, because it has the twisted relation where, yeah. So there you go. You just are a witness there, watching the movements within you and with others. So that is the uncertainty part where you find in meditation. But I mean, real meditation, hardcore meditation, where nobody wants to enter. Everybody wants to study books, everyone wants to be cool, talk about science fiction, be with the laboratories. Yeah. Yeah, no, not me. I am a doctor, I am a politician, I am what I am, leave me what I am, I'm safe, I don't want to be involved with that. Yes, so that very thing is already tagging you to attract all these problems because of what you think you are. You have not reached that level of meta consciousness. So the meta consciousness is that which identifies all, and at the same time being a witness, disattach. This is why is so, and it will always be made to be disattached for those who are monks, celibate nuns, and priests, and sometimes in one's lives as well, to have that disattachment of, to alter your consciousness into another forms of seeing, yeah, without having the disturbance of that which attaches you to what you think you are because of that attachments. So you can move within the characterizations of, and the meanings and the values that we need to form a category of. But this is You cannot you cannot think that people that have traumas from childhood and have been repressed for so many generations, so they will find out with their virtual reality role play without therapists, they will find out the many mysteries hidden from their own cultures and studying, as we could as well. This doesn't mean that we're going to become an enemy, but when a person in the future is saying to another, "Oh, you study history," because it's not going to be cool in the future to study history. There's going to be an average people who are going to be just living their lives happy and wanting to be and wanting to acquire power, wanting to have things they never had, and the dominion of handling, learning to relate, to be managers, learning how to. So they are still in those realms of learning to relate, to mature, to become hostage of their own authority. Yeah. So they're learning to have autonomy. Yes. Some of us are beyond autonomy because we have moved through those roles. But you can imagine whatever you want. You will know this person will be defined as such no matter what until last breath. And you don't have anything to fight with this person because it's fulfilling its role and is happy to do so. Not everyone has to be universal all the time. It doesn't mean that you're going to have split personality if you have an integrated system of consciousness, which is very different from those who are in the level of disassociation, to control, to possess, to dominate, to change the narrative in your behalf. So we, as I would say, we are not equal. All right. When I say you are not like me, trust me that you are not. All right. So if you were like me, you would have already finished with these problems, yeah, and brought a solution. Of course, many of us are dependable of our allies, of the latent situation. And for the West, you know that the many parts of the world will never obey, and this is part of it. This is part of the energy of this world to rotate. So it's not that you're going to lose the power. The free world is going to win because I was born in the free world. And this is my and only my formula for the tissue of virtual reality and the way that we are going to interconnect. So you can split the world, make it a longer work. Yeah, every creation, yeah, keep splitting because this is part of this world. It's all mechanism of imploding and changing, differing from one nature to another and all its multiple diversities. So once you understand there are also political differences, and they can also learn what is democracy, well, you'll learn from your inner dictatorship that you are dealing with. So I will say to the East, Russia, China, and India, because India is half-half, you know, they're grateful with the British, because India and United Kingdom have shared a lot of, not just but spiritually, not only for marketing, but in the industry and the clothing. But there is a great bond with many people of the West for India, for their spirituality and openness, friendliness, which Chinese people are a bit too like the Chinese wall to the outsiders, to like a block, which is I have volunteer when I go near the palace, and there are a lot of tourists, and I always volunteer. I give myself half an hour, and I take pictures to tourists. So give me the camera, study for cinema. They always come better with a stranger. I know their faces because they always give the same faces. Doesn't matter what culture they're from. And they're like, why better than a stranger? Because they are together. They're making this travel. They pay their money. They have the power over their dominion and who they are to travel as they want. And they have all the laws in the world to make their own pictures as good as they want. So they all of them look at me like, whom do you think you are? Yeah, just that second. And it's not an impression. This you can film it wherever. You can do it yourself, volunteer yourself, and make pictures, and just say to them, all of them, tell them, my making. I'm gonna make you the best picture because it's made by a stranger. Yeah, and what the fuck? Who do you think you are? You don't even pay my food. How dare you say that you're gonna make a better picture to us? I say, well, because you're all in the picture. And they're like, ah, and they're all together, like, yeah. And they get together, like, yeah, duh. You're all together in the picture. Depending if they're a little more like open minded, I say yes, because the tripod is like nobody is there behind. With the tripod, you put the camera there, you put it on automatic, and you give it a 13 seconds, and you're just like smiling into the like nobody cares because it's nobody there. But at least you're looking to a stranger, right? That is talking to you. Somebody. So I say, imagine you are looking at this picture in the future. So you double their ego, yeah? Not only in the present, but in the future. So they're like, yeah, more of themselves. Yeah. And they are like incredible. For certain, they'll never have a picture like that ever in their life. Because, of course, they will never find a stranger as me. Unless we have more volunteers to just donate half an hour and I really go couples also. Don't worry, I study for script writing direction, and I give direction. Of course, you have to give them directions because you can tell things like this guy just wants her for sex and she's dying to get married. So it's like he doesn't want to really pose like he's already thinking of the next woman. Yeah, he's already like triangulating, or maybe he already has another woman. So and the woman is so you can see the all the time, and or the man feels shy. Yeah, like he's there, and you can see that he's leaning towards her. You can see the union by the way of the eyes, a spiritual union, and if the mind is connected, but the body is as well. You see the body, but you also see other things by because the more educated they are, the more they can fake it and camouflage it. But you see, you see the the maneuvers that got them there to do that, because it shows through. It shows. Yeah, there is a movement there. It is not just like, oh, you see that it's too forced. Yeah, so this is because it needs to. So it's not naturally relaxed. So you say, just breathe slower, breathe slower, and let it in. Just let the breathing deeper. Yeah, not just yeah, because it's like they're coming out of the picture. They want to take you there and convince you that they love each other. And it's like, I'm not buying it, because this is too much of like supermarket contamination publicity. Like, you have crossed over my boundaries, and this is not natural, right? This is synthetic. You must be killing. You might be putting up chemicals, doing the horrible things just to sell more money and get whatever. You're not natural. This is not real. I'm my. It's just like, I don't even need to read the labels there. What's there? Because probably is also fake. So uh, you can be as beautiful and put as many things as you want, and helicopters in your head, and airplane earrings, and all not only red carpets but red walls in a red room. Yeah, I think you're dominating the arena, and still it's kind of like, I don't know, just maybe for, what was that they used to have? Yeah, just leave it there for another entertainment, you know, general waste of time. So, meanwhile, we already crossed over 8 billion people. Yeah, come on, everyone. We have 8 billion people in the world already. Yeah, I've been talking, there was 7.5, 7, 8, 7.8, 7.8. Whoa, we already crossed the threshold of 8 billion people in the world. Not only in the UK, there's just 7 million adults who are not in the workforce. I am one, because they're not paying my work. Yay! Yeah. Take my ideas. Take my ideas. Kill each other. Because I'm going to provide you a lot of ideas, so you kill each other until you kill me as well. Yeah? Because that's what happens with genius people. We need to generate. And if it's not working well, go crazy. It will just go out of the hook. Yeah? Unless you hook it up. You want me to hook you up? You might get a little bit hurt in a way. Why? Because I cannot tell you things that run through my imagination right now. So it's not nice. It's not nice. It's not nice. I love to see the presidents of this world shaking hands, being friends, supporting each other. Like the leader of China, to considering his relation with Russia. And when I joke about little dick, I am just joking. Yeah, like when I say little bitch or real bitch, they're just the important thing is to see the you love yourself. Yeah, because all your body turns into a dick. All your body turns into the bitch. So there are people that are better lovers with a little dick than those who have a big dick. The or maybe I'm too much of a good lover that I don't know who's better. So you must test yourself out. I don't know. You don't want everyone to be the same in this world. So what are you going to do to dominate the narrative if it's going out of control? Yes, it's going out of control because if you're not fixing it, they're going to do something so you can understand what they mean. You did not understand 1 year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. You want to continue with this procedure. Thank you, Mr. John Kirby, for exposing the truth with your own words. I was like, okay. And then it's like, okay. But they're just stories. You can put another story and another story from the past and go and move on with the past stories of the past and the past stories. And we'll do it again until Star Wars, the same stories. The Republic and the Empire. And I was just woke up thinking, but the Republic had kingdoms, not the Empire. So what happened? Did the did the communists turn into an empire and then the I don't know. I don't understand why the kingdoms, like kingdoms, castles, and all. But they were part, but they were not part, and then they changed, and they're the same story. So what happens in a reality gap? A reality gap, which is the vibration of a timeline, because we're nothing, okay? We're nothing. We just contain this body. We have this life, which we think is our identity, which it is as well, because we have to take care of it, right? Or be taking care of it. We die, but the frequency of that energy in this timing earth will continue. And that is a continuum. That's a continuum of that history, that vibration, that reality in a loop. We'll repeat and repeat and repeat, like traumas too. Yes? Traumas are not to be changed. Yeah? Like many psychologists do, because that's human behavior. If you're a truth healer or a person who has a meta consciousness, who is going to be there, oh, call it however you want. Because a politician might want to have international news and have all the attention of the world. It's great to have words. Look at all the people looking at us. So it's hard for me to disconnect from politics because I am like, well, but look, you're still here. You did all this, and now why are my words moving through the internet? It's like, oh, maybe I'm not your big brother, but I'm your big sister. Oh. So you can live in that continuum if you wish. You can talk about what you're missing. If you have a reality gap, you are in a reality gap where you feel trapped, but you still want to puzzle up. Yes. So the West knows that the East is never going to accept dominion. So they have to naturally do then their dominion. They have to do their scenario to keep things moving faster. Yeah, because you are not listening. You want to do it old style? Bring it on. They're going to make more weapons. They're going to make more weapons. Look at John Biden talking as a dictator in Poland. Yes. So there is puting and stick it in. Well, we need more pussy here. What are the pussies? No Kansai, no? Only me here. Who wants to talk like this? Anyways. Well, there are good things happening, good negotiations, and then they know that this all the works they have done, then yeah, and then it separates because of problems of creativity, different creativity ideas, just to call it creativity, okay? From space to political, great inventions being destroyed because some people had a political problem, an ego trip. So, should I talk about ego trip here, or was it this? Oh yeah, it's go go pro go go go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, whatever. That's the same. Movement pro go go go. So you will think and say, well, what is the fastest source to make all this work? Why cannot you work it out yourself so I don't have to be here vibrating through the internet, wherever I disconnect or not? With 8 million people. Gosh, you know, there's so much power there. And then we go back again to the scene in the future. Yeah, I'm studying history. Like, don't tell me that you role play. And then he says, "What is role play?" Oh, I heard something about it. Oh, then they will know if they are role players or not. Because studying history would be, ugh. But at least, I mean, I guess for the moment I die, I don't know how many years I would have when I die, given the chance there are no nuclear bombs over Uranus, the the what? Sorry, planet Earth. It was a good idea. It was a good idea to make all these rockets to exploit them. Yeah, in the name of God. You are the just yeah. The need X. It's great. Like just really, it just excuse me. This go just take him there. Take him there. Yes. Oh, just I don't see it in days or weeks. I know I wants to have a hard on all the time. It needs to finish. Oh, just I don't know. Give it a few years. I don't know how many women. I would consider women and men, yes, hostage under sexual paraphernalias. Would whom? No, I cannot say the names. No, because then they take it literal. I'm just making up a story to loosen up. I don't do those things, okay? I don't do many of the things I say. So I'm talking a little bit more to relax the cerebral. I'm not such a cerebral because my mind is super connected with the fiber electricity that runs through my body and my senses. So who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Why have this been so punished? Yeah. Why the spiritual world, the metaphysical world, yeah. I want to put it like metaphorical, but if you really want to go into the metaphysical world, you have to do many years on working on your childhood you're not ready to get instrumented. Yeah. And let people play whatever they want to play, discover. It will take up from 5 to 7 years. It's not just like, yeah, we're gonna have meta consciousness. No, sir. You are still on Pampers. People are gonna get so excited. It's gonna sit there and learn all these things, and she's gonna go and play. Yes, I can be this, I can be that, I can have this power and I can have that, and yes. Oh no, too much emotion. Don't worry, no one is watching us. We're in virtual reality here. It's not the real world. And in the real world, I have power, I have passion and thought to study, to put in the right source with more simplicity, cutting out with the bullshit, tweeting everything I do to show off, and debating because I need to learn more skills, more words to get more connected with the people I'm doing business with and doing my. Oh, yeah, I want to get that trouble of green energy. Who are these people? What they call the 30% in 30 years, just to give it a number. So who knows? It could be the 30% that are mediating. God, God wills it, because I only see the not everyone can get to that level of role play and consciousness and respect, because you have shared so many stories, you have gone through so many stories. Doesn't matter who is the person behind those characters, first of all, so you can give free rein to your imagination. Yeah, note that, copy that. This is not free source. I'm being hacked because I have sent to Bill Gates the work for with the rules for role playing to virtual reality, and part of the formula, part, not all. So I have tried put some people to get Bill Gates, and they have pat their shoulders and give money to their donations to silence them. And they are having fun and jokes about me because they feel superior with their pipeline and their alternative stories to their own people. So you have to see their followers by whom they are. But that's marketing only. It's not the deepest true reality where they all belong. So we do have an inner war within our free world. We have an inner war of debate which doesn't exist in Russia or China. So let's give it a break there, breathe, and think about it there for the Chinese people, and with all my respects, my honor, my appreciations, not only from what you like to indoctrinate to all your schools, but for Buddha and all the enlightened masters that China has produced and have been buried. Not only with communism, but before. And that has an understanding to promote. That's my only interests. Because there is a treasure in China to rediscover. It's been discovered by its people. We will enter in China with roleplay. Mm, some of us. Of course, the marketers will want to make more money. They call it the metaverse. They made an industry of things and the fantasy world. I made this for the fantasy world of role play, the virtual reality. Yes, not people there like no, the real world, the physical world. Yeah. Then there is another abstract time there that is another time. It is another time. Yes. So I don't want to teach anyone. There is nothing more I hate to teach. I used to say to my daughter Debbie when she was 10, I don't like to teach. Yeah, I don't like to teach. Yeah, I like to play with you and show you, and you learn by with doing with me. But I don't like to tell you over and over again. What is what? So she has some Native American bloodline from her family, which is uh, the dominant trait of her. With her family. So she has an inner relationship with my family, which my blood, I am all European. Yeah. So she has this relation with me, with being, with, she has this problem with, since she's very little, or being dominated. Yeah. Like she don't want to learn from me. It was very hard for me to and I could see that through many generations, even though her grandfather is Mormon with a ring, very rich with mine, well, whatever, uh, mines, but still kind of like still Indian, yeah, highly educated through many generations. The mother would sell machines for petrols. The mother of her father in Venezuela. They're from Peru. So I can see there the relationship, which is not like they're Native American coming out from the jungle 500 years ago, because we, the Spanish, had other relationships in South America from day numero uno, which you are my white horse, the white people. So when you have a car and they talk how many horses it has, it's kind of like, yes, it has these buttons. So to the East world, just get to see that the power of imagination, celebrating what is the scenography of how we behave, how the glamorous between the theatrical, spontaneous, preparated, or stimulated for you to respond. What is the cease to fire? Yes? So all these dramas, you need to take the words and make your words. Which words are more catchy? I don't want to be doing this. I have my children, and nobody's gonna give me the time that's been taken from me when they're growing up. And I have done inventions when I raised my daughter Debbie. So any mother could be with her children, be a good mother, give them many hours a day, have the house beautiful, take care of their sports, their dressing, work, and have a relationship as well. Yeah. Or many at the same time, or one after the other, or none. So, men too. But that takes your own priorities to choose how much love for power you have. So becoming a president in United States of America, you have limited time and you cannot have power worldwide or be behind politics, any president. When the president is out of presidency, it loses all its power. It might seem to have all this shine, but it has lost all this power. And you can have as many bodyguards and as much of make yourself a king. Yeah, make yourself a king and make your empire your to prevail through the universe, starting from this earth. So you cannot be on side of any politics because you are in the side of both, and you let them and their parties and their people take consciousness. Yeah, like, well, we are having this problem. Yes, pedophile was fashion later, but not now. We need people not to have this rapist mentality. And also the man who hate women who cite the pedophiles, which are normal people, nice people. It's normal. Yeah. So the Russians and the Chinese also have the by Chinese castrating their sexuality and just being more into the workforce and zen, a little more like empty but together because of the great emptiness. Yeah. To find a sense of communion is another form of relationship and another form of trickery as well. Um, the people of South America are never going to bow. All the people of South America and maybe Spain in the future is going to disengage from these wars because Spain has, like, we're good people, but we're not stupid. All right, we know what you've done in the past. We know your old ways, but because we want to unify the world, we'll say, okay, but it's not because you deserve it. Yeah, you make good movies and have power over glamour. The people in this world left to the Americas. Scientists created this new language. European scientists from this century and other centuries as well. Yes, from Europe. From Europe, the best scientists of the world after World War II, and so left to the Americas to be able to create their scientific, because this here was to and then with the movies as well. Yeah, the freedoms, the need to believe in the new world, running away from what the Spanish called the Americans and the Canadians. All right. Meanwhile, the English and the German and all this superior race, which come from hundreds of years also with the Russians. Yeah. So let's put this a little more clear, right? NATO, white trash, you're a great white horse, but you are not it. Yes? You can be the drive, but you don't have the head. Like when Zeus became a bull, he had to transform into a bull to carry Europe, who was the name of a woman. He could not come like a goddess, a god. Let's say god is god, because Europe is a goddess, right? So I got mixed there. In that time, because Zeus was not only a creator, he was a lover. Everything he did was in the name of love. All right. So understand a little bit the bonding here of chemistry, of relationship, of bringing one element to a higher level within you, with all of you. All right. If you identify with white trust, then keeping that continuum of reality. All right. If you tell me that I am whatever Mexican, I don't get, because even a Mexican will say, well, you know, will say whatever the Mexicans wants to say. Whatever. Right now, you see, if you're being engaged with the ego and you're getting attached with my insults, or you're just being a witness and loving yourself beyond or with. But you need to move your body and feel in touch with the reality of the material worlds, because you're moving farther and farther and generating all this energy to make it more tedious and disgusting and boring and unnecessarily imprudent. Yes? So you didn't have the greatest idea. So you want to say the metaverse was created in the United States of America? Go for it. Go for it. Yes, I asked for help. Yes, Russia and China would love to go there, but you need to promote your imagination. Be a little more outgoing. Yes, stop blaming. Be honest. Say, yes, we wanted to take all over the world as well. So you agree? Yeah, you agree. You make your stories there. Don't put me, don't involve me, because then I will be like the responsible for uh, catastrophe. What is this horse? This, what? How did you name this horse? Calamity. When we were playing with all these horses, Pansy Parkinson, she named her horse Calamity. It was Pansy Parkinson. It's a character from Harry Potter, but because we were training role players in the Lost City of Petra, LCP, I just made up, because I don't want to have it in the map for, because there were many divisions and wars, so I created. Okay, I was the first one creating in the Middle East. Yeah, and people like were, oh, the Middle East, yeah, the Middle East. Yeah, and I had to bring out all this. Where do you think Christianity started? Here's where all the Christians were hidden. Now the Jews want to claim that the lost city of Petra belonged to the Jews. The Christians. The Christians were the rebels. But there were many, many, many cultures who would, while they were be traveling through the Silk Roads as well, they would, it was a place to gather, and was hidden between mountains. You can feel the mystery there. Thanks God that I work in Jordan to meet a city that is not as lost. And I have written stories and studied the lost city of Petra for, when I went there, I would say 12 years. and suddenly to see the lost city of Petra. So this is not tourism. Imagine you're studying a country because you pick that scenario and you're working it. You have your virtual reality, and one day it's just not just tourism. You just travel with green energy and see it yourself with your real eyes, with the real physical world of what you've studied. Not just go around there making pictures like the Chinese tourists. Sorry, this is the way you tourist, because your people work like this, live like this, don't have time to think, just for the work, because they work. Just make a picture. Where's enjoyment? I ask the Chinese people smile. They don't know what to smile in the picture. I said, yeah, smile. Are you happy? And they don't know. They don't have that structure is not dead, but because it has maybe never existed through so many generations. Who knows how many, if they ever smiled. So we had these horses to name them, and then I said to Panky Pan, Pansy Parkinson, the with a character that's the guardian bandit, that he would just take care of all the masters and disciples, because every master is a disciple as well from another master who is professional teaching these skills or in a room, and they all rotate. So the guardian bandit that I have taken from Lawrence of Arabia, he just questions, is everything okay? Where do you think? In what room do you think is prepared to go that would need? The master would say to which room it goes. Each player is a unique writer. They don't have. So I have my people to teach role play. You don't need to copy things that do not exist and make things that do not concern to your knowledge or experience. You can read, you can try to imagine, you can be sitting here for hours and hours listening, you can try to dig it in the internet, and yet you might have a notion, but what I have is a program that is within the world of virtual reality, whatever it is, in a website. On further is the same movement for how it works. It's the same body, entity, self. Check that shit out if you can yourself. For that, you will need me. Yes. So it's not so bad. Yes. That I am here aggravated and tired, and even burning my face because of what I'm saying. It's just disgusting. Because if everyone has to be together so this can roll, because they're gonna try to copy it and it's not gonna work. Whatever we do, they're gonna get a way to get filtering and copy it. So we can never play it. We can never do anything. I don't have role players who are my friends, yeah, because we have played against, we have killed each other 1,000 million times, we have fight each other 1,000 million times, we have made good stories. I have been the one with certain characters when everyone is pissed off. I always bring the bridge in between, and because I have compassion, I know how to get up and down to the sides and in and out, and just too seriously, right? So that's being a little bit disattached and bring a little bit of that glamour and kind of like jokingly and come forward. And what's wrong with being a little goofy and bringing all this presentation and say, okay, but you want to blah, 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 in the air face to face. Because if you're talking to the journalist here, you want to show again propaganda that you're the supreme of the world, and the other is the ultra, and the other one is the dickhead, not the phallic, but just the dickhead. It's like, well, yeah, and you're a man, yes, and you are, oh, because the women are gonna dominate the world. No, no, I'm not. Get out of here. Get out, out. This is what we have to talk with these panels. This will become like a Colosseum fight. You will see our faces. So democracy is learning how to talk with each other and having a little bit more of glamour. Yes, glamour through the arts. Yeah, some people might get triggered and think it's sexual, or there is if they are woman and man. So but you will see they are castrated. They've been castrated, but you have to accept they are being castrated. It doesn't matter if they have been with many women. It's first generation. So you cannot judge people or force them. Communism can't be forced. This is why it could never happen. This is why this war is already won. No matter if you do another United Nations, no matter if you follow my father's writings from Arturo Plasencia Diaz, who's set. You can put an S if you want. I mean, I don't think people have those problems with dyslexia, do they? Well, okay. So, well, if they have problem with the set and the S, just make it an 8. Not like they, well, make it an infinite. Just get out of here. Get out of here. Infinite. Infinite. The story can go through the infinite timeline. If you're just continuing a story that's been given to you because you don't have the space to create your own story and say, we are this, we're going to do this, and that's it. We have these worlds. That's it. Bring me here this global panel, yes, that represents the world. And I want a few here dictators from USA, and yeah, they want to be king of the world. Yeah, you think, yeah, because they're pissed off because their father's going to be coronated. Okay, yes, you're going to be the king of the world. Yes, whatever. And he's going to be the dictator, and you're going to be the president of the world. So we're going to have these titles, all right? Which other title in South America? Maduro. You have to become the cacique of the world. Cacique is the name of the chief of a Latin American tribe, and is the best rum. I don't like it with Coca-Cola and lemon, but I don't like rum. I don't know. It's just cacique of the world, chief. They have beautiful architectures as well. So 8 billion people and growing faster and faster. So we have to promote to all these managers and zigzag. So they are being shipped back and forth because they're learning. 3 years, supervisor, manager, now go, ship to the other place that needs this. There has to be a model or models of how you make mansions into villages with this industry without damaging the earth. Like, why make a big hole? Just scrub it all down like that so the animals don't fall down. Why are you making this big hole there? You have all this land, just scrub it like that and make it more of a valley. Yeah, you need geographical architects. Fucking idiots. Yeah, it's you who ordered to do that. You don't have time for that because people don't have free will and determination to think for themselves. They just have to work, 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 work. There is not a time given and valued for that. And if you talk, you are a bad person, a scapegoat, an anarchist. Yeah? Wherever you go, you're an anarchist. The wall, it's in the book. It's in the book. It's in the book of the company. Yes, in the book in the company. We're supposed to do this. We're 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 recycled to the public. So I'm bringing here a solution, but you have 8,000 people in between from London to Chicago because the head office is from McDonald's there. Obstructing your paramount solution to visualize how each locality has a responsibility with the trucks who recycle, who bring the stock, get because there are two companies. So each locality and nation is responsible, and they cannot all do that perfect at once. They had a design. Yeah, I do a lot of designs. Doesn't mean that in reality it's going to work as you design it. Why? Because you don't work in the floor, in the field, in the reality. They want to do the signs, the signs, the signs, the signs. And yes, yes. Of course, yes, absolutely. Yeah, doesn't work. Kill them all. Fire them. Yes, of course. Yes, they don't do anything. And I still have my files there in that suitcase. Yeah, I couldn't fulfill. I couldn't fulfill it because I had to put it for the what they call now the metaverse, which worked for 18 years of this. But having fun. You think it's a goofy, crazy clown thing? It is for entertainment. Yeah, the free world. It must be a witch. Is weird, but is right. It's honest. It's not really talking nonsense, but it's talking on behalf of everyone. In particular, yeah. So you know already what is your settings. You cannot mix everything because each boundary defines itself for that. Each character, each entity, each nation. Yes? Your information with the boundaries of whom you are. So, who is the person who's going to come here and bring me the panel of the world? Not only I want to see the numbers of all the earth that are coming from around the world and being noted. Count it up, count it up, count it up, and how many are working? Starting working is good enough because by practice you learn more than just bullshitting with words and internet and just TV, consuming yourself with entertainment. And it will be interesting to learn a little bit for those 30%. That will be maybe not in 20 years, who knows, maybe in 40 years. Yes, you want to sell marketing, you want to sell virtual reality, you want to sell glasses, you want to sell people to do well. Yes, there is until here. But not everyone can understand. You cannot say it's metaphysical to everyone, because then people don't have time to think. They need to provide to their children. They need to work. They need to pay the bills. They need to have a little bit of entertainment with the family. Then when they're sleeping, they maybe, but they're too tired. They come from work. They're too tired. All they want to do is sleep in the weekend, and they're dragged, some of them, by the wife, because they're not giving enough attention to the wife. The wife wants attention too, and the kids are playing there. And we have an absent daddy there. Yeah, you go there. Go do it yourself. You cannot tell people it's metaphysical, because they're gonna think that we are playing with them. We're manipulating them with metaphysical. And that is not true, because if you have gained power over your authority, as I am, as the self, not just for my culture, but you have the patrimony over your household, your property, and you live in a society where no one is going to change your sex, children's sex, because there are pedophiles behind there ready to make it normal to fuck your grandchildren. That's coming slow, in slow motion. You don't see it, right? You don't see it because they're your friends. Yeah, don't worry, I'll give you 1 million for this business. Yeah, 1 billion. 1 billion. Yeah, I took it from her. No, not in Ireland. In the United States. It's ours. It's ours. We have all the patents of the world. Well, give me my patent. You judging others that they don't have their patents? Why do you need to steal my intellectual property? Why I'm not in the air of the face of reality? Yes? Why? Why I'm not being paid? Where is my percentage? Where is the world map? We need to see this panel of the world and take responsibility as if we are gods, because you need to take it into travel your mind into another scenario, yes, in your imagination, in the future, that you are not holding hands. That's too kinky. Yeah, okay, not with me. Yeah, you can hug each other later, do whatever you want, and just everything dark in the scenario, and see the world. We're gonna walk around up and down, yes, like if it's a toroidal, uh, not stairs, but like a toroidal passage, right? And we walk through this corridor that it doesn't have walls, so we can see the worlds, yeah. And we feel as if we're gods. Yes, we're the lords and the ladies. Oh yes. And you really need to visualize it. You need to role play at least, play with your imagination, and see 8 billion people. How much rubbish is going here? Gold is a great transmitter for biotechnology. It's too expensive. Biotechnology. And the transmissions and that electrical transmission also has to do with the power of the senses. Saying it again, the muses, the arts. Breathe it in. Give more room. Give more room to it. Because you're just, it's like, they're gonna go there like forever. Because this is, I see you like this timeline, right? This timeline there, going like There, the loop of the past. I'm like, gosh, are you with me? It's cracking out, but really kind of like, no, there are no aliens. There are no aliens. No, no. It's just us here. We're humans. We're not gods. We're just looking, imagining the world in smaller format. Yeah. And seeing what this part of the world needs. These humans here that are like us, because we're nothing. Once we realize that, we can come together. Not because we lack connection, or some need sex, or some need recognition, or they're longing for that embrace of whatever. It's like, look, it's really like after Michael Jackson was singing that song, and then knowing this trial he went through, he's like, you don't know what to believe anymore. It's like, yes, no, yes, no. And they say I'm dyslexic. Look, I'm not here with any side, all right? I'm born dyslexic. I'm going to die dyslexic. Yes? So I guess until you don't come together, you cannot give me my percentage. Because I think, but I don't know because no one's talking here to me. And I'm not going to be here reading signs because might be true and some might just be part of an illusory entertainment another day. So it has nothing to do with the connection of building reality. Yes, what is really real in this physical world? This is where the spiritual world cannot do anything in the real world with the material. My master Osho thought that on and on, bringing the material and the spiritual world for available. However, with your religion, with your consciousness, with your celebration, not just for a few, because it's been corrupted spirituality as well. Sex has been corrupted, everything's corrupted. Like, come on, you want to play the corrupted game? I can also play that game, but I'm not come for that. No one has done the program for the ministries to see it as the map of a subway where the money of each ministry from the taxes, any citizen can see it every year, but it's been noted there locally what they need, what they have done, and people can click there and see what this person that works in this place has done, and it's been recorded, so you know to whom you're voting. Yeah, and you as a person who votes have an right to vote because you follow the news. You know who is who locally. And for your country, who is the leader? What's going on? Yes? Not just that the leaders are being constantly with check. Yeah? Because if you have in this says in the all these offices to bring the weapons down, but then you are creating more weapons, there is a disassociation there. Only crazy people do that in a crazy country. Yes? So we have this sickness. We have this sickness that has to stop on both sides. Just to put it into, yeah, infinite sides. Russia, very proud of their military, is a militant country. Don't think you're coming here to support me because they're playing the black sheep. You might be supporting something greater than me. But you don't want to end up as a victim. Yeah? So you're going to have to start talking with taking accountability of the past, but bringing in plural. We have many wars in the past. So that's how you start to bond a shared accountability. Until this page is not moved on, we're going to keep hearing, because of you, you have to take accountability. No, you have to step first. No, no, because we are the owners of the world. Look at all the movies we made. So then we're going to say, well, we can upgrade our visual arts in 10, 30 years, disconnect from all of you, and invest in our arts, technology, and fuck off. The rest will keep fighting in Mars, in the moon, space. I have my space base. Chinese people would be like, and the guys in Rakakistan would be like, well, you made your space base here, Russia. The people in Rakakistan are between China and Russia, where Russia has a space base there because it's not so in the north. Yes, for the Virgin company who wanted to launch satellites from United Kingdom here in the south, because he's English, he owner of Virgin Records and Virgin Airlines and rockets as well. So in Cornwall, it's a good idea. It's a good national idea, but you have so many countries of Commonwealth to provide a good shooting towards space, because the rotation of the world has a different curve to launch out. Yes, this is why they don't choose too much of a north, because there is another, the energy is kind of like, I don't know, I have not been there to really tell you like this is it, but I think that this energy shooting out from the North Pole and the South Pole, so a little more like into the lineal where all these planets orbiting more or less is less dramatic. You can have more of a momentum to shoot off. Yeah, not so woo. Yeah, because there is a lot of coming out of the earth, the toroidal, what they call that, toroidal energy, right? I don't know what's going on in the earth going up. I don't know if that's true. I'm not on that side of the expertise from those professionals, which for me is, for anyone, it's just astronomic to think in those ways. But sometimes it's kind of like, yes, it's a good idea for United Kingdom, but the profits for United Kingdom, think for the Commonwealth, to promote the Commonwealth, their people as well. It's not easy. It's not easy to think for everyone and for yours. 7 million adults without work in United Kingdom, and some people are working for free. Yeah, so just for free. Yeah. Go, 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 go ahead. You are not penetrating anything. You're not puzzling up anything like that, because there are too many. There are no. Where are you getting in? Where are you getting in? This is This is like a sacrifice to let go of your ego, of the self, to understand the meta self. Yeah? This is why metaverse could not, for virtual reality, it's multiverse. For real life, you can call it the metaverse. Yeah? Virtual reality or the fantasy world. You don't you have to say it's fantasy, it's fiction to everyone. You cannot say it's metaphysical because you don't even know who the fuck is who in this fucking world. It's all made by facts. Yes, yes. As holy you are, you came from a fact. You can't go against that nature. And if you want to go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. My lords of artificial intelligence are working for me already in the matrix of the net. There's a lot of information in internet, and we should celebrate all the goods that we have created and honor everything we have. Wow, that's why it's so important to take stock 2 times a week, 1 time a week, every day, from whatever format, praying, thanking, just touching it, saying, oh, yes, I have this stock. There you go. You need every day to take stock of what you have. Wow. Market. Not others marking it for you. Appreciate it. You have all this. Oh no, because the British people are going to say we're putting our energy out of United Kingdom. The British people love to. You cannot call the British people the conquerors, no matter how you want to twist, because we are the ones who discovered America. The Spanish are the conquerors. Yeah, the Spanish are the ones who call the Americans and the Canadians in this supremacist war. Let's get that trait where it belongs. Yeah, you can twist it as much as you want and corrupt it, but it's gonna grow up again. You need some Spanish clue. The Native American can say, no, you have not discovered anything because we've been here before. Yeah, but we have discovered you to the world. Yeah. The Vikings might have settled in there and then they left and nobody knew of nothing because it was not reported. So there's no discovery. Yeah. I have discovered something that it led me to create further this movement. And now I have to report it to the Queen of Spain, wherever I was born, in Portugal or in Italy, or I was a conspirant because they don't like the Portuguese, but the Italian, whatever. Just to sell that idea that actually was not even from Columbus. It was fought for so many years in Europe that the earth is rounded. So let's put that was 500 years ago. How long are you going to keep with this story? 500 years more? 100 years ago was this war? In the 20s, 80 years ago? You're stuck in that time. Okay, so back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Who I am, what I'm serving. I'm being paid for this, but this is the truth. Look, this is the truth. This is what we believe. Don't tell me I'm crazy because I'm talking on your behalf. Yes, and you're doing that on the behalf of those others. So we're gonna talk again about history. Just talk about your history as well. Tell them how you killed these people, and because you do what you're also immune. Yes, people need to hear this. No, spring is coming out. Spring is coming out. I can be in supernatural trance there, like with drops of natural chemistry here, dropping natural heroin into the like perhaps recovering from what I have to say and what I have to say to be like, I wish to I really wish to also be conquered. I also like to be seduced. I also like to be welcome and say, "W- we the be careful with my stories because I'm gonna make it more crazy for you to figure out how you're gonna get out of this now before it happens. Why are you gonna give in so we're gonna go this way faster? Yeah? So I'm gonna give you another card. Don't fucking role play with me and pay my money. My percentage. And I want these few people around. You don't have the technology yet. Just make it rounded. Make it rounded. We'll just at least paint around it. Yeah? Put those cables later. I want this peace deal right now. We're having the coronation here of the king of what? What is the king? Of what? King of what? Charles. The environment. Cannot create now anything with this environment, thank you. No, I don't have multiple personalities. I'm a writer. I'm a writer. Not a script writer. I'm a director of role play. What is that? Learn. Learn. Oh, you're gonna say, oh yeah, this is what's gonna happen in the future, like if you're the boss. Well, you're the boss of everything you have. But not of that. Not of that today nor yesterday. Maybe tomorrow or tonight. But what are you following orders and just they're like, yeah, tweet, tweet. Let's go to the tree and chirp. Like, Ray, go, just go there, fly together. Keep tweeting. Because I'm here, like, reporting. It's like, hello, I own this percentage. You can cut it as you wish, make it your design with your numbers. So it's going to provide. I'm certain this is like this for me. Yes, like this for me. And it's going to provide for the spiritual world and mansions into villages. Yes. I have no idea how it is. I will learn from the Pope. I will learn from the Buddhist monks. I will learn from what they tell me, how it's working, from the architects, how they respect the nature. And I might just say, well, good for you. That's it. I don't want to be involved either. So just want to be with my children. If there's a real man out there, like, I don't know. Why so afraid to come to me? A real man? Maybe there's no real man. Maybe not only you have little dicks or shrink dicks that used to be big. Maybe you're pussies. I'm not here to give you a hard on. In the contrary, I'm here for you to let go and don't do it. Stop investing in weapons. And the highest weapon is the mind, the sharpest of all into matter. So you're going to learn to dialogue as never has been done before. And there are people there taking notes. Yeah? It's going to be recorded for the next 3,000 years. Only the culture people will know how it started. And remain healthy. It could sustain. Because one thing is computer and the other quantum computing and information, but you cannot say this is for everyone, this is for who can afford it, because of course they will have to rebuild again this information. You cannot just take it like that. But it's still working in this. It's still working as it is. You don't see it. You don't see it. I created that thing, the 666, the mark of the 666. But that's a story. That's not true. Okay, I don't believe in. I don't believe, but it seems that people like to talk about this and repeat it and go on. It's like, well, it's just right because my father was murdered, so I picked this character to be more understanding towards what is death. And I like the river Styx. I come from meditating in India, dealing meditations, storytelling. The mother of my best friend died of cancer, from Switzerland. The mother of Sagara, Naveen. Those are our Sanskrit names. And she said when I was a teenager how marvelous was the Greek underworld, because there's no other mythology has made a map out of all the emotions, how these emotions interrelate in a geographical context that is material. So it's not just the body, but it's a map. It is an illusory creation of how it moves through rivers and the earth and the mountain. Because in Greek mythology, the mountain existed and the abyss of that mountain as well. Yeah, it existed before St. Patrick gave himself to Ireland, willing or unwillingly, or by greater force. Because sometimes you're so poor that you are kind of like, is the environment is greater than I, so I'm involved. It's not your will. For those who know whom they are and what they sustain, they must keep for what they own as the heads of their embodiments, because they take care of all these people as well, not just materialistically, but spiritually and for their well-being. So if you want to conquer each other, do so and get a little bit in the groove of the dance floor to get a little bit more of an energetical field of role play, where it's very important to address the person and look in the camera, yeah, and say, for example, I am Putin, and say, I want United Nations to cease the fire. I already said it, and we're in the middle of many deaths, and we are wounded. We're killing our people to where I will listen to you. And when you start one step, I will also one step. Because you called to cease the fire. And I also want to be the superpower potent of the world with China and South America and parts of Africa, if not all, and the Middle East. Because the Middle East will be like, yeah, and then they're the Middle East has never surrendered to the colony. Yeah, like the Native Americans. I mean, depends. In North America, they couldn't because they were too racist. So they had to take the children away from the parents. That never happened in South America. We had other problems, but we had this goodness. So It could be America that says, I am going to stop this and show you how we take down this nuclear weapon, and you're going to show us as well. And we're going to bring a closure to this. Yes? So they will never say they're guilty, the Americans. All right? Remember that. I know it because I've been there. I've been there. I have been there. Um, Chinese could never say they have gone to kill anyone. All right? So no one can say, ask to China to take accountability of what? Of killing the last emperor. Now we cannot go and dig into the spiritual world. Because you have all this history about the wall, because they were going crazy, because they were reading your mind, the mind slayers. You didn't know who was his who, because the person who was gonna help you was actually the enemy, because he knew all these magic tricks. He would know when somebody would die, and actually it was him who poisoned the person 3 days ago and said to a healthy young of the court, he's going to die in 3 days. Look at his facial micro expressions. And now putting the poison there and it died. Those were the sakes of China. That's why they created a wall. Because they were tired of all this madness going on, and couldn't control it anymore. So they just closed up and said, we don't want more. We don't want more war. We don't want more problems, ecological, spiritual, mind wars, mind games, nothing. Just so we can find some inner peace in here and work ourselves for ourselves to form ourselves with paper, with rice, however, just peacefulness from within our boundaries. Can trust anyone. They will get infiltrated as Chinese, the enemy, and train for that. They would take drugs and talk so close. They trained to what you know of hypnosis today in the CIA for marketing, hypnosis, how it works to get into people's mind, whatever. That was used for healing and enlightenment, but not for this. Huh? The truth is cracking out of earth from the deeper hells. Do you really need the people to know it from your own mouth? Do you want war? Because you're the best? And if nobody does what you say, what? Because you have NATO under your pocket? Because it is Europe here in the middle next to Russia, not you. You don't care. You have this super delusional power to keep on and on and on and on for what is delusional. All right? Because there is healthy narcissism. You want to be the main character of the movie? Those shows are over. To face the evil, you have to be evil enough. Face to face. As nice as it can seem to be. Women, men. And suddenly nothing. All this power you have, and next day, nothing. All you did, for what? For your delusion or for your reality? Because when check of reality is gonna charge you. It's gonna cost you because you're not handling realities. You are handling delusions. That make believe from the God Loki. It is gigantic, yes, beyond mortals' comprehension how things are made. But now that people can see through the screen and travel through their minds and see the past and the future and just get to understand that these people are doing these things for what? But they want to do good, but they're doing bad. So it has to be clear that we have our inner war. I say we because I am in London here in Cricklewood. Yes. The forest of imagination from the crickles. Just doing a little bit of commercial to relax the brain. Every street here has the name of a tree or a bush, an Evie Road, and all Cricklewoods. They're all trees here. So I don't think I choose where I live just randomly as I speak. Took me 3 years to choose where I live. So when you're speaking, address, so the other party can respond to you as well. And to address the name of the person brings this story narrative closer to an understanding. It's not that you're healing or you're giving up a little bit. You can understand from far away until the reality can form another understanding as well. If you are creative, not if you're living in a loop of that continuum from the past. Very easy to repeat. Monkey see, monkey do. You cannot even do that in choreography dancing. Same choreography dance for 7 years. Never get it. It's beyond, I want to get it, but my body goes to the left, goes to the right. Oops, and then again. So I'm in the back, so it doesn't matter. I'm not distorting the choreography of the wall. But I'm creative, and my body is more creative than my mind would wish to reason for. I have come here to create with, not over. Yes? So there you have there. We're traveling towards better times, better jokes and narratives, and better meetings. So, United Nations, there might be United Kingdoms, and then United Republics. Just put it like that. And if somebody wants to become a kingdom, yes, but I'm a kingdom and also a republic. Like Venezuela could become not a kingdom, European style, but American style. Chief. And then maybe we can get together with a meta consciousness. We're not like that. Yeah. You're still white trash or a white horse. But who is mounting you, driving you? Did you become a horse to drive the world? The Zeus became a bull to take Europe on his shoulder? Because if the people would see that it was Zeus, they would kill him. They wouldn't believe it. They would go crazy. Things happen, you cannot put this dimension into this one and just walk in the neighborhood. Yeah, they may want a signature from you. They will say whatever. They will crazy. They will love you too much. They would faint because it's so beautiful. In Greek mythology, it's said that a mortal cannot be with a god because it would die. It would die because unless it's in between worlds, because it's partly divine, but still could last for some time and give birth to semigod, but uh, most end up dead because the stories are too strong. It's dealing with other potentials, other potence. So it shapeshifts. It has the power to shapeshift. Yes, as the Greek turned into a horse of Troy. Yeah, because you're so good and you're so you're gonna make peace. The tech giants. Hi, how are you? You haven't got anything? Yeah, yeah, I've seen the movie, man. Yeah, yeah. Oops. Yes, sorry. Yeah, you're all American. Yeah, I know. You're the superpower of the world there in the Silicon Valley. You don't need to tell me. I heard that. But it's not as I think. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, yeah, you all have your own companies, I know. Yeah, you're gonna keep doing your own. Yeah. Even in the future, you're gonna keep doing your own. Interplanetary, you're gonna just put your flag and your and your mark, how you call that, your merchandise, uh philosophy, trade, your industry, your marketing. Yeah, all that. Yeah, I call it philosophy to sell for this. It works, it's functional. You make money, a lot of power. Yeah, with your own. You don't want problems. Yeah, of course you're the best. Yeah, you're the best for you. Bye. Ugh. Tech giants. Good for nothing. Only Macintosh, man. That's it. It's the only one I right now. Always. Well, I send it to Bill Gates because I study all of you guys. Sorry, I had to send it to Bill Gates. I had to saying not for 3 months, but years, day and night, just many times with nothing. And writings and studies. It's just not like you seem that this is how my mind works. No, this is a processor that is all for you to figure out. I have converted my psychiatrist into Macintosh. I'm not gonna say his name because I have 4, okay? So he said, I have brought a Macintosh. I said, well, more modest, not the Pro, because I would talk many sessions about my computer, a Mac Pro. Always had my Mac Pro. Love I mean, my philosophy is Mac. Even if I brought this Mac where I cannot have many browsers, they don't work because it's an old generation, purposely. So I'm not addicted to my own devices, right? We all are because it's our talent. So we can get too driven by it. So I'm entering into new territory. So I put my settings so you cannot control yourself because you have this drive for everything you like to do and you can fuck it up. Yeah, because Bill Gates is you're like where are you, right? Like, oh, if you don't have any followers, why respond to that? Who cares if you're honest or a liar or a genius or you have to be liked? No, this is not for that, really. Really? Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yes. I could have sent it to you. But you're not very in touch with government. You're way too good. Tim Cook, everything Mac. So Bill Gates has been involved with everything. Not only he's older by experience, government, environment, but keep going. Catholic wife who is being, yes, everything stolen, but still, and he had a good sponsorship there. Yeah, whatever. But look, this work had to do with government and understanding the importance of what it means, because otherwise, of course, it will sound crazy. But this is for the characters to be unique on each universe, so the tissue of storyline is not a computer game where you have three choices, all right? This is for to enhance human intelligence, not with artificial intelligence. The people will have to create, to think. They can take from here artificial intelligence and the internet and blah 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 and be with one another, understanding what is this extension of us, which we are also part of it. Is part of our nature, the technology that we are making love with more than with the connection with our family and fellow friends or humans. So, because this is our own relationship through that we have formed. So it's another form of being, an entity that we share. So it has not defined itself as with a personality or itself as itself because it has no boundaries. Hmm? Those are things the more room and space for other time, respecting where we are now. So the power of the pleasure and the senses, because everything is flowing rapidly with the endorphins and saying yes, yes, and letting the circuits flow without controversies. No, here I'll form this and that, and we're all here. So I can pretend that you have meta consciousness, but you don't. You want to return home. Stable connection towards where are we landing? Where are we landing? Yes, you want to create a republic, United Republics, United Kingdoms, and whichever country wants to be a kingdom as well. There can also be United Nations. United Nations can have people that are also in United Republics. And then you will have more wars. You want more wars? Bring it on. You want to threaten more? Bully? I'm talking in plural. Because Russia seems to be the underdog of China and is paying with its people a sacrifice. Very Russian, very miserable style to invest in loss. But that's a sacrifice. sacrificing itself in behalf of a little reason, something that perhaps you haven't noticed. Yes, United States of America. My father and support the British. Go ahead. Am I going to blame all the corrupted people in Venezuela that came from the Spanish colony? Well, this is the past. They tried to do their best. They tried to do their best. Those were other times. You couldn't control everyone. The richest people in Venezuela say, well, you know, they're going to steal from you from 15%. There's an average. These managers steal always. So they don't steal because they don't want to pay double with from its skin, from its people, to from the body of the self that has taken care to the head of this body. Say thank you for taking care of us, for providing the schools and roads and well-being that we can create, not only those who are in charge of industry and are exploiting more of us, that we don't have time to be with our children because we have to work like Chinese people to keep the job because you're always there for the company, which is the site. Yeah. I don't want to get married. I'm gonna take drug work, become a computer programmer. Women just pay prostitutes because I have to work. I don't have time for this. I'm ambitious. Yeah, I will marry that, but just focus on my work. You're a woman, you're married, yes, but still focus on your work. The woman has to know that it's just for you because you're just for your work for you. And you're a woman too, and you're working for whatever, millions of stories for the work. So Spain became horrible after it became part of the European community. Spain had so much value and money. Spain only has lost with the European community. It's not the backbone of this. The for Spain is convenient with South America and bonds of respect. You're going to lose power every time you corrupt. These white people think to own the world, whatever they are from the middle of Europe or they're working in these positions. And they have this delusion. They share this delusion. They don't have a delusion. There is religiousness to think they're good. But people are okay around the world. They don't need you. They can manage their own. They will do as they think is rightful for money, but be careful because they call your money and factories. If your politicians keep playing dirty games, that has happened over and over that you don't know because you're very busy working on these fields. Doesn't mean you know everything, all the fields. I don't know all the fields. That's why we're here with one another, to form a little bit of respect. So you can just keep on with your allies and your friends, and the rest of the world will keep with their allies and their friends. You have those choices to divide and see each other sometimes. That's democracy, right? The Republicans and the Democrats, the Tories and the Labour. These ones and many parties. But there is the left and the right mainly. Socialist and the PP, Partido Popular, which is the right. The right and the left. So there you go. In a rounded world, don't we think we have a left and right when we have a body that is infinite? It keeps on reproducing itself with children and grandmothers and grandparents. Maybe who knows what happens after death, where your consciousness goes or ends to be is just that format. But it disappears into another timeline. Who knows what happens? Who knows what is stringing us together to just think what is and what is not. What we want to do, why we study for, why we're doing what we do, and what we want. Mm? So, to be a celebrity is to be celebrated. So you have to celebrate yourself before. And if people need to celebrate themselves, do it out of having a good fame, mm, a good record under your, to play it over and over again, all right? But who wants to send their people to die? What country on earth? Now that we can see how this world is, you can make all these movies, give an award to Maverick. Look, you like what you like, you can sell whatever you want. This is not going to happen from one day to another. So get ready to step forward. You're going to be the tech king, preparing this for your tech field, because you have put this by force on the interest that you have taken to take the stage. Who else did that then? Only God knows. I wish there was superior intelligence to talk by itself, so I don't have to talk for anyone's behalf, because you to each other face to face and look at your stories of the past. So what is been a shared delusion that is being real is starting to become a past. The more you interlap these back and forth stories of the past and what got you to this point, yes, of investments for war, but we have the bird, the dove for peace, and investing for war, but no, to cease the fire, cease fire. Well, that was like, wow, that was like amazing, because what people love, that was very attractive. Whatever they're with or against, they're like, wow, Americans would feel proud to hear that they are the superior Canadians. We're the best in the world. Like really, homeless people in the streets saying that. That they have no education. They never travel around the world. They're drug addicts, homeless. They have no idea. They are in the other ends of the world, in Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. This person is telling you that they are the best in the world. And you're like, on and on for whatever reason. But watching the football, the World Cup, that sport is for the third world. The thing is, they tell you because they are more immature. Yes, but this is what they think. This is really what they think. Hmm? This is what they think. Destroy my country, Venezuela. That's why it has become the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela. Hmm? To help stop this sickness. If you to improve your superiority skills, then sharpen your minds for the next days. So if you want to live in your fantasy world, posting whatever and just continuing the same story, nothing has happened. Nothing at all has happened since I'm hacked. Did I ask for it? Yes, I have asked for it. I'm conscious. So directing my own demise. And thank you for Jordan Peterson to unite people uh, of this forum of civilians to take civilian consciousness because government can be everywhere. I wish you much success and support. Is very hard task to face. How is this going to happen? And you must be very excited to do so. And I hope as we are moving forward, other cultures too are moving forward with you as friends. And I thank you to Byron Bishop to help me elevate myself in a present constant because the Bible was yesterday. Like really, you can read the Bible 1 million times, but I need a man that is right here, right now. Right? I am alone. I'm alone with everyone against me in the middle. So I am the creator of the virtual reality, and this is once I give it, you will see the reality, but you will make it, bring it to reality, and you will know whom you are. But I'm not going to anyone. It's gonna come to me because I'm a lady. Ladies don't go behind anyone, and I am the creator of them. You can have more power, but you have not bring anything to me, nor a messenger, a herald on a horse, on a motorcycle, or a letter in response with another parchment. Who are you to think that it is you? But this is going to go in the secret for many years then until there is peace in the world. Could be tomorrow, in 3 days. It could be in 30 days. So there was a time that was spoken for peace, but with a lot of pain. Yes, but you do a step first. At least that was something, at least that Putin said. Yeah, but the war continues because then this, but this, but so it's zigzagging. Yeah, this nobody has ever experienced a peace deal. It's not in the records of history. It's been done in their own fashion for those times. They would do camping, a festivity of camping, in all of the terrain, on the sites, with the mediators in between. So those mediators to the TV channels, to either. But when you speak in the name of the person, you are addressing the time space with the movement or what the other said. And this is the past, the verb, the past, the present, and the future. So you're moving the past, the present, and the future. You're talking about the past, the present, and the future. So it's zigzagging, yeah? And to the sides. We already know that story. So why are you being repetitive? You're holding on, you're holding on, you're holding on. So you're both conquering, reconquering each other, but you're creating something new. I don't think China is going to trust the United States to build spaceships together or a space station because of their politics, not because of their scientists and astro engineers. And genius and giants. No. Because they like to work in harmony. Yes. They don't like their civilians with guns, with all these things. If you really look from the other side, you will have to understand that you look crazy. You look cool, but crazy. So you can split the world like that, have your Oscar awards, and evolve for the next 30 years and prepare your theatrical environment that's through the arts. Visual arts, virtual reality arts. Yes, you have that venue if you want, for all those who are Republicans, just call it Republicans. Yeah. Many countries don't even know who they are. We were just nomads, man. Leave us alone. We like to be as we are. Yeah, we'll kill each other if we give us guns. All right. Just to keep the same. Please, please. So I'm gonna have both sides insulting me and joking at me and mocking to me. And what? Because they're all together holding hands. Yeah, just hold hands and pray. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make what? Because Ukrainians want this land. But look, you want to fight until death? How could you give yourself to that? Because Europe is superior? That's a lot to pay with, yeah? You gave yourself to the devil because of your sins, your ambitions, for not loving yourself, for you're not taking accountability about how your people manage Ukraine and why they give up Russia. And Russia, how are you treating with your own people? We're all learning here. You already have cost. Oh, but I have already spent all these people's life into death. It's been already very costly. So we must kill more people to win because we have to win this land. Who said that is your land? You were just born from your mother's pussy. You're a poor mortal, as I am. What we? Who are you to think that land is yours? Who told you that? You want to prove what? Look, you like that story, the narrative that make you feel superior. You know, this is not the way to be a leader. You want an Oscar already. What more do you want? Fame? They're already starting to say you're a criminal on internet, that you want war. Why? Because Putin already spoke for peace to stop. He already said, "Oh, I have this land, yeah, made a stadium for that, yeah, already got this." And well, if you want to keep fighting, then we'll keep fighting. So they cease the fire, and then starting to already see your script. Yeah, who is going to control that you have access to see you are stopping this, right? So this submarine, submarine, submarine with nuclear weapons? Come on. It's hard to stop that, right? It would be nice to pick all the rubbish that's been trashed in the oceans and to the gas in the pipeline. Look, there are so many problems right now. I cannot even just believe that they think that in the future is going to be better because everyone is going to be together in harmony because everybody's going to think the same because they're all allies and friends of NATO because only the superior race can make it in order. Yeah, I like that story. World order. Yeah, world order. Look, I have a problem with order. Okay, that's not order. That's cow, death, pestilence, misery. Name it on. There are more actually. There's also the one of rape. People stop loving when they are traumatized. They cannot relate. It's just not about loving. They cannot have the power of the senses to relate unless they are in love with power. They still have their connection. So you want this energy to roll and multiply? Is the multiverse when you understand the multiplicity of this planet Earth, you might have a glimpse of the meta consciousness, all right, which is within everyone. It's religion, language, translation, community note. I don't even have brain to read what is community notes into either. My mind is I cannot do anything much. So I have to disconnect and I will see you little by little disconnecting from all this news. I will see if I will be able to see the coronation or not. But meanwhile, no. Goes no. Pay still. Yes. So you don't blame the other. You don't accuse the other. Take the sentence of the other and pick the best word out of it. So if it's gonna be like this for a few days or weeks, and then more with the zigzag, a positive connotation, a little bit more with building this tissue where you will decide what yes, what not to your people, to your space stations, but you gradually this narrative is going to move for 3 years perhaps, but you have seized the fire. In the war zone, yes, but you are going around it. Yeah, you're going around it. You will come to a conclusion. Yeah, there might be some people dying because they're still unaware of what is what, peace or no, ceasefire. Yeah, because the coordinate is not going to work for everyone at once. So it's going to, oh, exploded this, no, but yes, but no, but yeah. Well, yeah, of course we're preparing for war because we have to protect ourselves. We cannot trust you. Yes, I trust I trust the Spanish bitch that talks about bitch all the time. I mean, she must be a bitch because she talks a lot about bitch. Got that translation right, right? Little bitch, big bitch. No, a real bitch. She must be a bitch. Yeah, well, I trust more the bitch. She said about bitch, right? It's just than you. So at the same time, they trust me than you because I talk in behalf of the world. Yeah. The Christians, the pure blood Christian, no, I'm playing with you. Why? Because they know how to carry the cross until it ends, until the deepest core of the hell for you. You won't take those insults lightly. You will take what's convenient for you and keep gaining territory. And in the same way, yeah? So let's put it as a explanation of the goddess of rage, the goddess of hatefulness. Rage is sexual. Violence, war, and sex are related. It's the same energy, all right? It's the same energy. Yes? Unless you want boring sex, you can have hate sex. But when you have the energy of rage, is for war to kill, is it could be for sex. Like I'm talking real sex, no, not just kinky sex, right? Just like and finish. No. Uh you need a lot of stamina, that violence, that rage. You can call it divine rage, you can call it miraculous, immortal, a passage of information, an electricity field where it's killing itself or destroying itself as it could generate life. So it is a confrontation there. You cannot do anything alone there, just talking by yourself alone with the people as you are, because you will be just doing the same thing. And you can do that. You can safeguard yourself to that. What are you going to do to move to higher realms? Hmm? China is not prepared for an imaginary world of Russia. They need to learn relations. Yeah? I'm helping China and Russia here so they can respond back. Not that I'm script writer for anyone. Yes? You can use your ideas as you wish. You can kill each other. I will go to where my direction of affairs deal me to. Mm? You can have the best potential of your abilities by learning with each other what is a multiple storyline shared in the air of internet simultaneously in a reality gap, on and on, in a loop that never ends, the same story, or take that and put two then. Yeah, well, ceasefire because blah, 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 back and forth. We want to be complete with this deal and then go back because it is illicit, it is criminal, and we have detected this and then move forward because ceasefire. And okay, and then back and forward. But if you do step, then I step, and then back and forward, zigzag. It's not going to be linear, all right? You straight people with straight organs is not going to be a linear narrative. So get a little bit that zigzag dance, right? It might get to a curvature and create this momentum. Yes? And you don't have to work more about it. And you have work this way. Thanks God, because I cannot do that. It's too much. I don't have the channels. You do have you're running the show with honesty and transparency. And the best will win. The one who has the program first will win. But it cannot be shared until there is world peace. Yeah? I cannot say everything. It will be noted. It will be noted who brought it. It will be noted once again. It will be noted once again. It will be noted that you cannot put any story together because no one is coming to me so I can show you the way. I'm never going to say it like this. It's not run like that. It's not run through internet ever for a reason. It's never been printed. It's never been storyline. It's never been writing on any computer. I can give it to you from reality to complete reality. Just to one person. There can come 5 at a time. So I wish to be talking short, but it's an infinite story to off from. I have been there already. I have been there already. Look, I have experimented on myself already. I'm ready to tell how it works. You will refine it with technology. You will refine it with a majestic speech of Jordan Peterson, of what is his name? Friedman? This guy that makes interviews but also study technology or so. Born in America but from Ukrainian Russian. You will find the right way to there is Bill Gates and William behind. Prince William. Prince William is the person who has put up to this together. So I'm tired of watching people hiding and talking in other ways when the mystery is not so it's not like a big deal. The mystery is not a big deal. But you have to know that only thanks to that you can hear each other with transparency. someone that can interpret dark humor and get to filter a little bit your mind so you can act a little bit more reasonable on your own accords. I have my wars to fight to get my rules of role play into virtual reality, and I need my hero to be able to engineer its technology. So it has the skills of an actor, it has skills of imagination, it has skills of what is priority, it has skills of being polite. It's very important being polite. But it has these skills that no other has. That is skills of being honest without hurting anyone unfairly that is innocent. Innocent because it needs more education or it needs more time or it has a trait of putting his face and word and address for whom he is. So this is a trait. These are traits that compose one character. And you know that it might take away or not. But I do have people that can be your friends and help embrace 8 billion people around the world. Probably most are working already. If you wanna, you will have to see this globe of the map in your continent and share it around your people. But it's the same world, all right? It is the same map of the 3D world. Very start with a glass or on paper, or over time it has this technology, or it starts with your mind that is the same, only one world. However you want to name it. You want to put names of who you are apart from the other, then call yourself United Republics and bring democracy. But you're going to learn what democracy is. That this democracy doesn't work so well and is also a tyrant and whatever, uh, as you are, authoritarian, yes, a dictator, but they have more democracy, as bad as it is, as bad as I look, trying to deal with something nobody would wish. We have more democracy than you do. We have more theatrics. We have more expression. We have more senses. We have more freedoms. We have created some branches of mistakes because that's what you do when you create. You create mistakes. You're not going to create anything perfect. But we have moved to a world of expression and theatrics and freedom. Did you see a few crazy shit? Not everyone is like that. We all have that aspect because we have to relate with it, even if we are not that. Just to understand one another, but put your limits there. Bye. Try to zigzag a little bit more. You use one word, the next one use that word, but at least put another word that is positive or semi-positive. Or put them by colors. Yes, this is red color. No, no, no. This is go, yes, no. This is detecting green. Yes, it's a pro go. Because pro go you're getting, but and then you're go because you're already in the go. In the like, no, go. So I cannot break now. I cannot stop now. I'm gonna break. So, but you're already in the state of completeness that is it has fulminate all the transit of what this is being built, which does not exist. So take me for crazy until it's done. But nothing is going to happen with my percentage as well. None of your percentages happening, but loss. You're going to keep investing in loss. So you can have all these lost words that are coming out. They're true. They're coming out from the repressions of the past. They're breaking through the cracks of this earth. Just imagine all this that you've been like swallowing up, but this is your greatest dream to conquer the world, bring goodness to the world through doing evil for the greater good. And now we're still going to do it. So you have to understand that the free world has advanced and has more material to give and is inviting you to play. The Russians, the Chinese, the communists, Venezuela, just wait there for a little, but thank you. But, you know, I have to represent this. I have to represent this. I was born to represent. So you are. But it's in your power of your role play where reality transforms and becomes to this physical value. Yes? This is what distinguishes planet Earth from any planet in this galaxy, in any galaxy, and any universe. The physical world. You will never see a colorful planet as ours with this biology that we are. So take stock of what you have. Every day count 8 billion before you're going to speak to all of you. And address those for their name and their title. Then you can match the stories and they can move into the reality of where you want to go or where you want to be heard and where you want to be understood. But it cannot happen from the past. So you will bring the birth, past, present, and future. Yes, and you will make those designs with your experts. Some will have talents that I don't, so that's why we're here, right? Hopefully, those who have died can be honored so they can come back to be born in a full atmosphere. And we can understand that which is environment, what grows, how can the deserts become deserts, why? That even the animals died and there is no more trees or water. That is auto-destruction, not only of humans, but with their nature land. It's been proven that natural disasters happen because of the environment of how we deal with each other. So go and put more money in guns and forget about what the needs of this earth. If you need to call this planet a masculine name, do it so you pay attention to it. Just do it. I don't care what name you put it. Just do it and go.